Welcome to Alvi TaleSphere. We left Paul Atreides at the end of the first film as a boy who lost everything. In part 2, we watch him become something the universe will never forget and something his enemies will learn to fear. Today, we are breaking down the entire sequential journey of Arrakis, from the crawling sands of the north to the holy war that changes the galaxy. Dune Part 2. The movie picks up minutes after the first end. Paul and a pregnant lady, Jessica, are trekking into the deep desert with Stilgar's Fremen. But there's a divide. The northern Fremen, like Chani, are skepticals. They see Paul as a boy. The southern Fremen, however, are fundamentalist. They have been fed a prophecy planted century ago by the Bene Gesserit, a legend of a Lisan al-Gaib who will turn Arrakis into a paradise. While Paul just wants to be a soldier, his mother, Jessica, leans into the myth. She drinks the water of life, a lethal poison, to become a reverent mother. She survives, but it changes her. She begins talking to her unborn daughter, Alia. She starts a propaganda campaign to turn Paul into a god. Paul's journey in the first half is about integration. He learns the sandwalk, he learns the language, and he falls in love with Chani. Then comes the trial, riding the godfather of the desert. This scene is the turning point when Paul successfully mounts a massive sandworm. He isn't just an outsider anymore, he is a leader. He takes the name Muad'Dib, the desert mouse, and begins a guerrilla war that cripples the Harkonnen spice production. But while Paul is winning battles, he is losing his internal war. He is haunted by visions of a holy war, a billion deaths in his name. He resists going south because he knows that where the path to the throne begins. While the desert is orange and gold, the movie takes us to the world with no color. That is Gedi Prime. Here we meet the Baron's youngest nephew, Feyd-Rautha. If Paul is the Messiah, Freud is the Antichrist. He's a psychopathic gladiator, and the Emperor sees him as the perfect tool to clean up the mess on Arrakis. The contrast is clear. Paul lives through respect and prophecy. Freud lives through pure monochromatic terror. The Harkonnens eventually bomb the northern siege, forcing Paul to flee south. Desperate and seeing no other way to win, Paul does the unthinkable. He also drinks the water of life. He falls into a coma and wakes up with precision. The ability to see all past and all futures. He realizes the truth. He is a Harkonnen by blood, and the only way to save the Fremen is to become the monster he feared. He gathers the southern fundamentalists in a terrifying display of power. He doesn't ask for leadership. He commands it. He declares himself the Lisan al-Gaib. The climax is a masterclass in scale. Paul lures the Emperor and the Great House to Arrakis, using Atreides atomics to blow the mountain walls and riding a flea to sandworms. The Fremen wipe out the Emperor's elite Sardaukar in minutes. In the throne room, it all comes to the head. Paul kills the Baron. He challenges the Emperor for the throne. Feyd-Rautha steps up as the Emperor's champion. The duel is intimate, brutal, and silent. Paul wins, but at a heavy cost. To rescue the throne, he agrees to marry Princess Irulan. He gets the crown, but he loses Chani, the only person who saw him as a man, not a god. The movie ends with the Great House refusing to recognize Paul's rule. Paul's response lead them to paradise. As the Fremen ships launch into space to start a galactic war, we realize Dune Part 2 isn't a white savior story. It is a warning. It is a tragedy about how the search for a hero often leads to the birth to the tyrant. Chani rides off on a lone sandworm, the only one left who remembers the boy Paul used to be. And that is where the legend of Muad'Dib truly begins. Thank you all for listening, and if you like it, do let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe and turn on the bell notification on, and please share the video and also follow our Facebook and Instagram page.